Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I know I'm going live. If you jump in, that's fine. If you don't, I know you're gonna watch it on the repeat. But I have a little bit of good news. Starting on Sunday, I'm going to do my weekend reviews on Sunday nights instead of whenever I can on Monday because it's busy during the week. Like I'm recording this on my lunch break. I'm trying to make these some quick videos because it's my lunch break and get them out to you all. So I want to start doing it on Sunday so I can take my time and then go live. If you all watch along, great. We can have a good time in the comments. If not, I know you all gonna watch it on repeat. But let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. What was this, episode 2? I said it's the same shit, just a different episode. The same shit, just a different episode. This is gonna be real quick because it's the same people working my damn nerve. Um, but but what I love about this show is it's so real. It pulls at my heartstring. Like I could hate you and then feel for you the very next thing because this shit is not manufactured. It is so real. We're gonna open up with Kimmy and Maurice. I'm looking at my notes to talk about Tisha, and then Tisha and Marceau at the house talking about Kimmy. I don't care nothing about this Kimmy and Tisha situation. It is stupid. At the end of the day, Tisha, you're about to lose another friend. You done already pushed Mel away. I still don't even remember why you two are beefing. It's so old now, it don't matter. You about to push Kimmy away. And you feel like because y'all sister-in-laws that you ain't Kimmy can't go nowhere. Oh, you ain't gotta be friends. The husbands have to be brothers, but y'all two ain't gotta be friends. And you getting ready to push Kimmy on right about your life with your foolishness, Tisha. So Kimmy, you ain't have to check in with Maurice to see if you was tripping. You wasn't tripping, girl. Tisha is tripping. So Tisha says she gonna tell Marceau, I told Kimmy what I expect out of her for a friendship. So either she gonna abide by it or not. I'm like, bitch, we not friends. It ain't nan, bitch. And my friends out there who watch, y'all know I ain't saying bitch in the wrong way. But it ain't nan bitch that I'm friends with that's gonna tell me what I have to do to be friends with them. Because as soon as Angie has to not be Angie and you just don't like me for me and I gotta follow some kind of protocol to be your friend, oh, I will be chilling over here by myself. Me and my Stella Rose will have a good time all alone. Okay, that Kimmy, Tisha, you sound dumb on national TV. Sounded dumb, and I don't understand why ain't nobody checked her yet. Like, do you have to follow certain protocols to be friends with other people, or everybody just got to kiss your ass? And I don't understand why you can expect so much out of your friendships, but you don't expect the same level of respect and treatment out of your own fucking husband. He disrespects you more than anybody I've ever seen try to disrespect you on this show. And you don't have no expectations for him. Like, don't you expect your husband to come home at night, or do you got to go chase him down at the bar at 3 o'clock in the morning? Moving on, they slowly discussed this rumor of the baby. We all heard the rumors come out all over social media at the end of last season about Marceau got a baby out here. Do y'all believe it, or do y'all think it's just a storyline? Because the way they talking about it on TV, it seems like it's just a storyline. Marceau, since the beginning, has always told Tisha he can't give her the answer to his fuck shit. You out there cheating, I can't give you the answer to that. You got a baby, I don't know if I can tell you that. Like, bitch, if you just can't say no, and then she talking, I'm just gonna divorce you and take you for everything you got. No, you ain't, girl. No, you ain't. I think you would be a lost soul without Marceau. I just don't see it. And I think because Marceau talking about, oh, if you had a baby, I would forgive you. This is the same shit they was talking about when Martell was out there cheating. Well, if my wife cheated, I would forgive her. No, the fuck y'all wouldn't. I can't stand something about them, something about these Huntsville men. And I'm telling you, Maurice is on the edge, Kimmy. I'll watch his ass real good. But let's move on, Pat. I can't stand Marceau and Tisha when they be talking about bullshit. Melanie and Martell meet up. I guess it really ain't no meet up. Martell come to get these kids, and they want to talk about the issue of the pickup and the drop off of the kids. Let's talk about that at the end because they get into it a little bit deeper at the counseling session. They get to arguing about that baby being posted on social media, and he referencing his fifth child with Milani in the picture. Same shit, different episode. Same shit, different episode. Let's move it right along. Melanie's mom comes in because I guess Melanie tired of arguing with Martell, and I am too. I feel like it's too soon. I don't feel like Melody will ever have the opportunity to heal, to get the healing she needs for divorcing this man because she wants to make TV. And I understand. I understand. You have a hit reality show. It's a hit. To me, it's the best reality show on television because it's so real. But for your healing, for your children's healing, it's always going to be an open wound because you want to put it out there on TV. You want to be on TV. And by you putting it all out on TV, you got all of us who love to gossip and talk shit on the YouTube. We all talking about it. Everybody tweeting about it. You got to actually, like Carlos asked you, now you could have said no. I don't know. Maybe you couldn't have said no. I don't know. But he said he wanted you and Martell to do confessionals together for the entertainment of it all. So now you got to work with this fool. It's like you can't just go off and be alone and heal and give all the FUs you want to this man because you got to see his ass. And I'm sure you got to see him anyway for the kids. I'm telling you, man, I probably couldn't do it on TV. I probably couldn't do all this real emotional stuff on TV. So Melanie tired of arguing with Martell. She go in the house, and now Martell come back in, and the mama want to talk to him. Now I want to know, is he obligated to sit there and have this type of conversation with her mom? Melody's mom, like he's already getting all the shit from Mel, but now he got to come in the house and get the shit from the mother-in-law too. Is he obligated? To me, I would have sat my ass in the car and waited for Mel to bring these kids outside. That would have been that would have been me, but everyone is not me. I just feel like he deserves it. Yes. But if we wasn't making TV, I'm sure it would have been a parking lot exchange. I've had plenty of parking lot exchanges. You meet up, get your ass out of this car, get your ass into that car, and we go our separate happy ways. But no, Melanie and Martell want to make TV, so I guess you gotta listen to the mother-in-law too. For whatever reason, she put his hands in his face like, I'm tired of talking to you. And he wants to broadcast it to the children like, kids, come on, your grandmama done put her hands in my face and I'll play that. These kids, when we get to the end, yes, they gonna need some therapy. Y'all putting them through too much. They are hearing too much. This is definitely gonna be a part of the manufacturing of the development of how they deal with future relationships. They definitely ain't gonna be here for the bullshit. Whew. Let's get over to Maurice, Kimmy, and Kiowa. Monster picks the high school he wants to go to. I guess he wants to go to the same high school that Marceau's kids go to. I forget his cousin's name, but he want to go to the high school with his cousins. So it must be apparent that Monster is still going to be in Huntsville with Maurice and Kimmy. They say sit around on the FaceTime. They all need to talk. Kimmy feels like on the surface, they include her. Like she could talk about throwing a little graduation party or whatever. But when it's a serious conversation, Kimmy isn't involved. Kimmy girl, I've been there. And matter of fact, I prefer it that way. I said in my Love and Marriage, or what was it just came on? Family or Fiance review. I have a blended family and I'm not the expert. But that's pretty much what we do in our house. When it has something to do with my son, me and my son's dad are talking about it. It's our conversation. And when we done talking about it, I'm going to fill my husband in on what's going on. When it's something to do with my stepdaughter, him and his ex-wife, they talking about it, texting about it, and like I don't throw in my 2 cents. Like I'm not in the parenting conversation saying, well, I think you should do XYZ, because at the end of the day, it's not my responsibility. I want to say it's not my business. I guess it ain't my business. Like I can offer my husband my 2 cents, and me and my husband will talk about it. And if he takes my advice, great. And he'll bring it to the ex-wife. If he doesn't take my advice, fine. That's his child. They gonna do what they want to do. So Kimmy, I feel like don't get in your feelings too much. Like be there for your husband and the parenting that he does in his house. But if you ain't got to talk to Kyle all the time, I wouldn't want to talk to her ass anyway. But that's just me. And like I said, I ain't the fucking expert. I could be all wrong. But like I said, my son is grown now. So I could have done it all wrong, but that's just the way I did it. Okay, forget them. So Melanie has a sit down with this new girl named Tiffany. I'm actually excited to get to know Tiffany better, and I believe she's gonna be on some fuck shit, but at least it's something new. Cause I'm tired of Kimmy versus Tisha and Mel and Martell. I'm ready for somebody else to do some fuck shit. Um, she, I guess, has an HR business. I ain't write it down good in my notes, but Melanie wants to hire some interns from her alma mater, which is Alabama A&M. I went to Alabama State. We supposed to be rivals, but I got love for all the HBCUs. So I'm happy Melanie wants to reach out to some HBCUs and bring in some interns and teach them, a little bit about business, because that's the one thing I'm trying to tell my son. He can ready to go off to college. We got less than 2 weeks. I'm so excited and sad, y'all, but that's a whole different conversation. The best thing you can do as a young adult is get an internship, even if you got to do that shit for free. You need some experience. People ain't out here trying to train you right out of college. They want people who have experience. So that's the best thing you can do is get an internship. But moving on. Let's talk about Chris and Martell. They meet up to discuss these 47 acres. I guess the deal with the 47 acres is closed. Chris tells Martell, look, this ain't personal, it's business. The developers ask, which one of y'all got the business license, the building license? Who can build houses, who can't? Apparently, Mel is the one who was able to pass the exam to get the builder's license. And Martell, since they were married and jointly in business, one license for all. I guess one license for all. I don't know. So I guess now that they're divorced, Mel is with the license. So that's why the developers asked Chris to ask Melody to build the houses. I understand that. It's business. It's not personal. But this the one itty bitty time I feel Martell on where he said, I have a team that can get the houses built, and I can, come up under their license, just like he was coming up under Melanie license. Okay, I could have built that together. Why didn't you tell them that I can do it? Or why didn't you bring it to me first? Now again, Chris is like, it ain't personal, it's business. And I understand where Chris is coming from, but I can understand how Martell is hurt by this, because one, it was his dream to build the houses on the 47 acres in the first place. He was the one who cut out the comeback group out the deal anyway. So, this was his dream. This was his goal. But you fucked it up, because I remember last season when the developers told Chris to tell Martell, yo, fuck shit out here with Arion in the streets all over social media. We don't want your name attached to the project, because we don't want that fuck shit attached to our project. Now, to me, if you don't want Martell's name, which is Holt, attached to it, you shouldn't want Melody's name attached to it either. Even though Melody didn't do nothing wrong, I would just feel like buy the land, and it ain't no other developers out there in Huntsville. Is this a storyline? Because to me that's messy. The developers are messy too, and I understand it's all business. It's all business. But if you didn't want none of what was going on in that messy divorce situation attached last season, I don't understand why you want to attach it this season with Melody. But moving on from that, I just felt Martella like this is my baby, this was my project, and I could have get it done. Why didn't you? I guess he wanted Chris to fight for him because he was like, I brought you to the table to get you some commission, to get you some money. Why you ain't trying to get me some money? But I guess he felt like you was getting your money off the sale of the land. At some point, Martell, I don't feel bad for you. You made that bed. You got to lie in it. You got to lie in it. And then he got a little bit upset because Chris was up there studying for his builder's license. Talking about, hell, I can make me some coins too. Let me get my license and build some houses on these acres. I ain't mad at you, Chris. It is business, not personal. Martell, you messed up your family. You messed up your business. You messed up your connection to the brains of the operation, which is Melody. Go on over there and sit in the hospital with Ariana and, do some nursing type stuff. I guess, see what you can do over there. Anyway, they decided to have this co-parenting counseling session, and I thought this was a great idea. Ooh, I thought it was a great idea. I wish there was some shit I would have did 18 years ago, but shit, it's 18 years later. Moving on. This was a very real counseling session to me because the lady asked them, well, how are the kids doing, with the divorce? And in Martell's mind, he think them kids doing great. But I think Martell is one of those who just doesn't want his kids to be in therapy because Melody breaks it down. The oldest one, Mariah? She's very reserved. She holds her feelings close, and something wrong with her. Malia is around the house creating sad love songs. Another sad love song for Malia. Martell Jr., he don't like your ass. He's very resentful. You made his mama cry. And all of these kids have heard y'all argue about everything that's going on. They know exactly what's going on in your household. And of course they're gonna resent you, Martell. They not seeing it for you. They still love you because you they daddy, but them kids, all of them need some counseling. They are too old. They have clear understanding of what's going on. And you sitting up here sweeping it under the rug like ain't nothing going on. They all good. They all okay. Just because you buy them some ice cream don't mean nothing. Now Melanie says she got another issue. Martell don't get these kids on time. He get a week, I get a week. He get a week, I get a week. When it's his week, it turned into 3 weeks because he talking about he can't get them right now. But then I see he down there doing a TV appearance over there on the Steve Harvey show. So I feel Melody because it's like I have a life too. Like, yes, you might see me out in Atlanta, but I'm trying to do me on my week off. So you should do you on your week off. But I end up having them for 3 weeks, and now I'm stuck. Mel, you should have got primary custody and let him do every other weekend. That way you wouldn't have to go through all this drama. You wouldn't be going through all this drama. But I feel like you wanted a quick, easy 50-50 divorce, and so that's why you stuck with joint custody. But I would go back and get primary custody because if you have them primary most of the time anyway, you might as well get primary custody and then just get joint decision making where you all have to come together jointly to make decisions. But you shouldn't have to be going back and forth canceling this and that because you don't know when he gonna come pick them up. But Martell gets in his feelings and he shares a real moment. He says he's going through a lot financially, which I believe, because if Melody is the one with the builder's license, then he ain't building no houses. You see, he over there at Destiny Shop trying to peddle off some hair care products, and he ain't got a bit of piece of hair on his head. He's really down right now. He seems very depressed, and he says he has nobody in his corner. Now, I'm just wondering where Ariana at, because she seemed like she was ready to die for you, but I guess he don't want to talk about that. Melody feels bad, and she starts crying for him because she was like, if you ain't never really cared for nobody, I forgot how she said it, but I wasn't here with it. I was like, I wouldn't give a damn. I'd be sitting there looking at his ass like, I guess you should have kept your dick in your pants, huh? I guess you're feeling your karma right now, huh? That would have been me. But you know, Melody tries to woo 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 his back, and he's like, get away from me, Mel. I don't feel bad for him. I felt bad in the moment because I'm like, he's giving us real emotions, and he's usually never giving us a real emotion. It's always just anger. But he did it to himself. He did it to himself. Now, Mel tells Martell, you can't get in this depression right now. You can't give up. You got 5 kids to take care of. And Martell received that as a dig. Like, we ain't gonna talk about the 5 kids. We just talking about the 4 we got, right? The 4. And I'm like, but you ain't have no problem posting a picture of your youngest talking about the 5. But in this therapy session, you got a problem and you can't discuss it. You ain't have no problem making the 5 and ruining your whole marriage for the 5, but you can't discuss it. That's why I wouldn't have felt bad for his ass. I really wouldn't have. Where else we going on our notes? The therapist, they argue some more, but I don't want to talk about all that arguing. The therapist gave them some good advice. Because Mel was like, look, our kids don't know about that 5th child, and I would like Martell to have some advice on what should we do to break it to them. And I want to tell them something right now. Them kids know about that damn 5th child, especially that oldest, especially if that oldest got any kind of cell phone access, because a lot of these kids get cell phones really young. She know about that 5th child. That shit all over social media. All she got to do is hit Google, and she gonna know about that 5th child. All she got to do is look at her damn daddy Instagram and see about the 5th child. Y'all argue, fuss, and fight about it all in the house, and they ain't doing nothing but ear hustling. They know about it. They might not have brought it to your attention that they know. Oh, but them kids know. Oh, but them kids know. Because who house they going over? When it's Martell's turn. Like, if he ain't got no money, he ain't got no job, whose house is he living at? Anyway, but the therapist gave them good advice. She said, you all have to have a united front, and whatever you do, don't lose the team. And I said, that's great advice. She was like, whenever you tell these kids about their little brother, Mel, you got to be there. You got to sit there and show that you are in agreement with this new family dynamic. And I said, oh, that's some shit to sit through, because I wouldn't want to be there. I wouldn't, because I'm not in agreement with it. But at the end of the day, the kids ain't have nothing to do with y'all messy divorce situation. And I guess you gotta put all your anger and hatred to the side and create that united front for these kids. Whew. That's gonna be a big pill to swallow. I hope you can do it, Mel. I hope you can do it. I don't see it. I don't I don't see it. But I thought it was great advice, and I think it might be too soon. But in my opinion, I feel like them kids know about that baby anyway. So they argue some more. They go outside, and it seemed like Martell wanted to thank Melody for having his back in that whole Chris 40 acres houses situation. And Mel wanted to be very clear. Look, yeah, he should have talked to you first, but that don't mean I'm about to lose no coin. Just because I told him to tell you about it, don't mean I'm about to miss out on a financial blessing. I'm still gonna build the houses, because remember, I got the license. I don't know what you got. You need to go study, but I got the license and I could build the houses. I love Mel. I think she was trying to stick it to Martin. Stick it to him. And I ain't mad at you. Stick it to his ass, girl. Stick it to his ass. That's what he get. That's what he get. And they argue some more and split ways, and on to next week. That's it. On to next week. I want to see some different shit next week. I'm tired. I don't want to see Kimmy and Tisha talk about shit next week. That shit's so tiring. And I'm tired of seeing Martell and Melody argue. I want this Tiffany girl to come stir up some new bullshit. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's still my favorite reality show, y'all. It's still my favorite reality show. And remember, next week, I'm going to switch my reviews to Sunday so I don't have to rush and do them all on Monday. So all the weekend reviews are going to happen Sunday. They will be live. You can watch along, we can talk along, all that good stuff. But Sundays instead of Mondays. So I will see you all this Sunday. Hell, this coming up a few days. I'll see you all this weekend to talk about the shit some more. All right. Bye.